right? If u is here, bu plus going here, bu plus a times what do you get here? X here, a times x, integrated value of that because this is equal to x dot. Right? X dot is equal to ax plus bu. This one integrated ux. So I am using this in the feedback here. So this is this black box model, that is system model. This system, I don't know these values correctly. So what is giving me is now a y wiggle, not x, not exactly y. So I want this y to follow y. So I take an error between these two and do a feedback here as a new input, an additional input, such that this error will drive this finally to become y is equal to y bar. And then I get x here, this x wiggle here, hopefully same as the x. So there is another loop that is provided to find out the state of the system, which then can be used for controlling this pole placement. Because that requires x, k of x. Remember the diagram I gave you, some place the kx is being added to the system, and for that I need x, and x is obtained by this loop here, and that loop x is now fed to controlling the original system to modify its performance. So the two loop control, two stage control, one is for the estimation of the state and other is for the control of the plant. So this is how the elementary for simple modern control operates for controlling the system. Okay, now let's get back to next level of discussion. Invariably, every parameter here, every variable here we mentioned is accompanied by noise, right? And we have been talking about noise all the time from 101 to 102 to every place we are talking about noise. And noise we said is nothing but a random process, right? Because why is it random process? Because I know nothing about it except some statistical characteristics. I can't write a function as an f of t in a deterministic manner. I can only define some parameters which reflect the statistical behavior of the process and not exactly what is x of t. So x of t, in addition to all this, we have a noise here which we let us call this x of t. It's a random process. So how do we characterize this? Let us recollect how we characterize it. What we require basically is the probability distribution of this, of the nth order probability distribution, of joint probability of random variables obtained from this process, evaluated different times, and find the joint probability density, which we said is not possible. So we ended up finally by saying I am satisfied with the WSS, White stationary process, in which the expected value of x of t is some m independent of t, not a function of t, but a constant. It's a stationary process, White stationary. So stationary to the extent of mean being independent of time, and also we said that the Rx T1, T2, that means two random variables evaluated from the process at time T1 and T2, the correlation function of that will be now only a function of T1 minus T2, which we call as Rx tau, which is independent of where you have chosen this T1 is only depend upon what is the distance between the T1 and T2. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we call this as a Whiteson stationary process, and we did some hand waving and said most of our processes are Whiteson stationary process. It doesn't mean all processes are Whiteson stationary, but by and large they are all Whiteson stationary, so makes our life simple to model this as a Whiteson stationary process. And then we also said that this is also equivalently can be specified by a power spectral density, which is nothing but the Fourier transform of Rx tau. We also said this Rx tau can be a positive value or a negative value, but it is even function. Rx tau is equal to Rx minus tau. It is real and even function. Since this is real and even, this also has to be real and even, because Fourier transform of a real and even function is also a real and even function. So, we said power spectral density is a real and even function. On top of that, we have also said that it is not only real and even, it has to be always is non-negative. There is no such non-negative condition on this, but this has to be non-negative. Only such functions are allowed to be the so-called correlation function, whose Fourier transform is real and even, on top of that it is non-negative. Okay. This is what we did, and the relationships are the so-called Wiener-Khinchin theorem. Their Fourier transform relationships, and this is equal to Sx omega Fourier transform pair. Since we already agreed that this is real and even, then e to the power of j omega t will multiply, you cosine, you get a cosine and a sine, cos will be a even function will cos into this will be an even function, that even function integrate will be a odd function, so that will be non-zero, but the other part which is j sin omega t will become 0, because this sine and this will be odd function, integrate will be even function to the same limits will become equal to 0. So, this is equal to 1 by twice pi simple. This relationship is what is known as the Wiener-Khinchin theorem. Okay. You should read all this in one, somebody else one I think 102, right? 102. Or 101, I don't know. Anyway, we done this.